Okay. Are we good to go? एक बार सब यस लिख दो बस. Okay. Let's start. So yesterday we have done till like learning about the loops, for loop. Very simple, just very simple concepts, same as how we write in other languages. It's just the difference between the variables we use. So like if you just go the recording of tomorrow and then you will understand what I'm talking about. So let's start functions tomorrow. Let's start functions today. How to create function. So how we are doing this, we are doing this through questions. Like we are solving questions, we are not actually learning syntax. What we are doing is that, like I have done this format. We are solving our questions, and through that solving our question we are understanding the syntax, so that we can save our time and we can learn a lot. Okay, so like all these questions can be like asked in your interview as well. Like I have made all these questions that are basic, like a interview question that can be asked in your first round of that particular interview round, or like very basic questions. Okay. Okay, so we are now on question number 11. So still yesterday we have done the question number till question number 10. Let me open my v3 index.js. Okay. Okay, so like I will push this code to GitHub, and you can access all the code what we have written. Like, so we are on the 10th. Okay. Let me know if Naveen comes. Okay, so I will admit him in the meeting. Okay, let's start. Uh, create a function that takes the input name. Create a function that takes the input name and the greet the person. So what we are learning here how to create a function in JavaScript. So the basic, like how we create function in JavaScript is we use keyword like, let me write answer 10 here, answer 11. Okay, so how we create functions in JavaScript is that, so basically what are functions? You all know, right? We use functions so that we can pass parameters and do some logic in that particular functions. Function makes our code clean. Functions made us to remove our dry principle from our code, which means you do not repeat yourself. So we use functions for that. Okay, as simple as that. Functions you have written in your C++ Java. Okay, so in JavaScript, how we define functions is, we define function something known as the function keyword. So we will add the function keyword, and now here we define the function name. So like in this question, we have to create a function that takes the input name and greet the person. So what I will write, greet, like this is the name of this function, and then the parenthesis. Okay, and then the uh, and now here in parenthesis I will write console.log, and here I will receive, just as in any other language we receive parameters in this function. Here we will receive the any parameter. Okay, so the function says ki we have to greet the person. So how we can write that in the hello, and then okay, this is how we create function. This is a function, starts with the function hello. हाँ, मैं एक मिनट कॉल करता हूँ, ठीक है, अभी बाद में. हाँ, तो we start the function with the function keyword, and then we use the function name and what parameters we want to pass. ठीक है, so like we are passing the username here because we want to write something. ठीक है, so how we can just run this particular function, and then let's pass here any name. ठीक है, as simple as that. So let me write it. How we are going to run this particular JavaScript file? We use something known as node and index.js. Node is a compiler, and we are compiling this particular index.js file. What it says that the What? Oh, sorry, we are not in the folder. So we have to go in the week 3. Yeah, I think now it will run. Index.js. Now you can see is this hello Akshat. Okay, so this is how we create functions in JavaScript. Okay, we are passing this parameter Akshat. You can also this something like do let user name is equal to Akshat. Okay, and here we can just pass the username as well. Okay, it will work the same. Clear? Second question is create a function that takes the input age and then he can vote or not. So basically, create a function that takes the input age, and then we can now we have to check whether that person, if the age of that person is above 18, then he can vote, and if the it is below 18, then like he can't. Okay, so let's create this particular question, answer this particular question. Though how we are going to do that? We are going to create a function. It's so we are going to with the use of function keyword and the function name. What let's say ki, is eligible. Okay, this is how we are going to do that. And now yesterday we learned the if else condition. How we now here we have to write the if else condition. So if the age we receive here, if the age is we receive here is less than 18, is less than 18, then console.log what? You are not eligible. Okay, and what if it is if the age is greater than 18? If else, right? What we will write is if else here. Else if, sorry, else else if. So here we will do console.log. Uh, you can. Okay, this is very simple, right? This is very simple. If you've done the SL, this is as simple as that. You have to just write the, and if it's something like a wrong input, then just you can do that. Uh, wrong wrong input. Okay, so now how we are going to call this function? We are going to call this by is eligible, and now here we are going to pass this particular number. So age is we are taking it in a number. So let me write 19. Let's see what it says. So you can vote, right? And now if I write 17, now you are not eligible to vote. Okay, now let's say if I write 18, so what it will say? It will say wrong input. But what we have to do is कि we want कि भाई अगर 18 भी हो तब भी you can vote. So what we have to do is we have to write a equal sign here. ठीक है? So equal sign. ठीक है? Let's see it now. You can vote. ठीक है? As simple as that. Because the if it is greater than 18 or equals to 18, so you can vote. It is as simple as that. Now we are like we are what we are doing here. We are consoling, like we are showing it in this if else condition. What if I want to return something from this particular functions? ठीक है? So uh, not doing the output in this particular function. What if we want to return the particular thing? Okay, so let's see how we can do that. Instead of writing return, what we will write return. Same statement that we use in other languages, same as that, return. And then what we can return is कि भाई you are not eligible. ठीक है? So instead of, I'm just showing you like how to return these things. Okay, and you are eligible. Okay, let's check this. What it will do. If I do node index just there, like you now you can see there is no output. Why? Because, can you tell me why? Let me ask you this question. Again, just look at this particular file and tell me, like I'm running this file, but it is not showing me any output. Why? Why is that? Can you answer me that this thing? कि I am returning this, but like it is not showing me the output. Can you answer this? Use the simple thing. कि भाई I am returning it, but it is not like it is not showing you are eligible or not eligible. ठीक है? Any answers? Did you understand the question? What I am asking? Because we can return only single value. Not correct. Mudit, like like I'm not getting your point. What you're trying to say? Because we can return only single value. Like no, you can return many like multiple values. It is not like that. But the simple thing is like you can open your mics, right? You can open your mics. You don't have to write here anything. Okay? We are just four of us. Okay? So like you can open your mics and say it is not a problem. But अरे यार, like if you've done other codings as well, so if you run something, then you do the C, like if you're coding in C++, then you if you return something from a particular function, you are consoling it, or you are showing it in the like you do something like na ki C out, you do something here like in some other places. Okay? So what this particular return means कि we are returning this value. Now I have to show this value to some like to particular place. Okay? So this particular function is returning some value. So how I can like do this? I will create a variable कि can can vote. Okay? And now I can console this particular variable console.log can vote, as simple as that. This is what we used to do now, because this is a function and it is returning this thing. Okay? So we have to just whatever the thing this function is returning, we have to we have to take that and just show it in output. So if I run this again, now it will say कि भाई you are eligible. Okay? As simple as that. if i decrease the if I decrease the age, if I do you are not eligible. So as simple because in this particular function we are returning the thing. Okay? So this particular function will return a particular value. Okay? As simple as that. Understood? Yeah, correct. Okay, okay. We must store this value in some variable, right? And any doubts? Okay, let's go ahead. Okay, very simple concept. Okay, create similar function in different function definition. Okay, okay. भाई ठीक है, we have understood that this is the one way we can create functions. ठीक है, by writing the function keyword, and then by writing the function name and then passing the values. What are the other ways? There are some other ways that can do the same thing. What? Like they also work as a functions, but the like the syntax is different. So as I told you na ki like uh, ES6 came, which like the new versions of JavaScript came. Okay? New versions of ECMAScript came. They bought some new rules. Okay? So like we have to like it depends on us whether we have to follow these rules, whether we have to just write the in conventional method. So this particular function that we write, this is how we used to write, or like this is how we write actually functions. Okay? But like the new versions of JavaScript came with the new rules कि भाई now you can define function in more than one way. This is the one way. What are the other ways we can write? What we can do is you can create a variable. So you can create a variable in JavaScript. So let if we will let this same function. So I will do something like is eligible. Okay? And now I will do equals to, I will write a function, and now I will write something like this. Okay? So I will copy the paste this thing, hold this thing. Okay? So now if I do console.log log is eligible, and now if I pass 10 here. Okay? Let's see what is the output. Age is not defined. Why? Because we are not passing the age here. Okay? you are not eligible. Okay, so this is the one way of writing this function. What we were doing here, we were directly creating a function by using the function keyword and the function name, and then we are passing the particular range. This is the another way that came ki bhaiya, now you can also create function something like this. You can create a variable and that you can just equals to function, and then instead of writing a function name, you can directly create a function. Okay, because whatever the function this value returns or whatever the function it do, it will be stored in this particular variable, and now we can just output it. It is as same as the this function. Okay, so like if you understood this thing, if you understood this thing, we don't have to write function in this. It is just another way of showing this. Okay, another way of writing functions. What is the third method of writing functions? These are the method known as the arrow functions. Arrow functions, how we can write them? Let me create a function. Let me create something known as the is eligible. Okay, this is the one way. I will copy paste it again. Yeah, why it is saying if else is wrong. If age is less than 18, then just show me console.log you are not eligible. Okay, so this is the one way we can create functions. And what this is known, this is known as the arrow functions. This is a function that came in the ES6 feature. ES6 we already know in the previous class. What is ES6? Okay, so this is the one way you can create function. This is known as the arrow functions. And in most of the like tutorials you will see on YouTube, or most of the people who are using JavaScript, they will only use 99% of the time you will see people using the arrow functions in them, because like it is as simple. And when the ES6 came, now everybody is using like the arrow function, not specifically ki bhai what is the reason, but they are just using. Okay, okay, so this is the one thing. But if you ask me what how do I create function in JavaScript, how do I write code whenever I have to use the JavaScript, I use this particular syntax. It is the before ES6. Okay, but I still use it. I still use this particular thing. Why? Because yeah, it is very clear. Okay, when I write a function na, then this particular keyword is same hai ki bhai, this is a function. And like whom like whatever the person will read this code, or if I in future, like after many days, if I read this code again, like I can understand ki bhai theek hai, this is a function I created with some logic. Okay, so I write this code also. Like if you go to my GitHub, if you find my JavaScript file, I have used the both methods. I have used the this function, like I have created the function with the this particular syntax and this particular syntax as well. Okay, so I use the both. But in my personal opinion, like in my personal opinion, I use the this particular. Okay, because it is very clear in to see. Okay, but this is the arrow function that came in the ES6. So this is the ES6 particular feature we can say. Okay, what was the other particular feature that came in the ES6 was the constant let keywords, like let name. Okay, so let age. So this is the let that we use to declare a variable. This is a ES6 that came after 2000, like that came in the ES6 feature. Okay, if you are confused what is ES6, just go to the previous yesterday's recording. Okay, understood till now? Should we move ahead? Okay. Okay, so we know this. Now we are going to see what are objects. Create an object as key, name, and age, and then show it in console. Okay. Answer 14. So we knew कि भैया there are different types we can like we can write the we can show the like the variables, ठीक है, like we can use the let keyword, we can use the constant keyword to show a particular number, to show a particular string, ठीक है, like we don't have types in JavaScript, but somehow we are like we are using the strings or we are using the numbers, ठीक है. There is one another thing that is known as the object. What it says is this is a type of data type, ठीक है, this is a type of data type that contains a key value pair. This is something known as the object. A object has some key value pair where you can define key and a value for that particular key. Let me show you. So let me write user, ठीक है, and here what I will define is कि भाई यूजर का नेम क्या है, अक्षर, and his age is 20, ठीक है. So what is this particular thing? This is known as an object where you will this is a particular data type that contains the key value pair. Here you can this is the particular key, ठीक है, name age are known as the key and the value they have. Name has the value अक्षर, age has the value 20, ठीक है. So these are the key value pairs. Okay, if I hover this, so as you can see it shows that by name is string, age is a number. So if I console this log particular user, what will you see? Okay, you will see a curly braces and then you will see the name, Akshar and age. So this is a object. This is a very important data type in the JavaScript, because you will see in future what we are actually doing is we are transferring the object from our backend to front end, from our front end to backend, and we are dealing in this particular objects only. So how we can now if I want to access only the name of that particular object, so what can I do? Dot name, ठीक है. You can see now name. In the same way I can access a particular age as well, ठीक है, of that particular the object, ठीक है. That is why they are very useful, because in this object form only we are going to communicate, we are sending our data in this particular object. Now if I want to send something from to some other user, what I will do, I will create an object and I will write my all details in this particular object. My name is this, my age is this, my the my roll number is this, and now I can take this particular object and can send it to my friend, and now he can access all these particular names, age, particular thing from that object, ठीक है. So these are the very important data types, ठीक है. Now what how can you see कि whether this is a object or not? What you can see is console.log and the type of user, user, ठीक है. So if I do not next say, here you can see it will say object because this is a particular object. Okay, clear, clear, clear guys. Yeah, ठीक है. Now we have understood a lot of syntaxes, basic syntax. Now we are going to do something more interesting. Now we have, okay, functions we have done. Previously what we have done some basic syntax, how to show in terminals, working with the variables, difference between null and defined, what are the operators in the in the JavaScript. Then we have did some confusion things कि भाई if we add a number to a string it will get add, but if we subtracted the calculator thing will work, ठीक है. Then we saw the if else, how to write if else conditions, how to and then we saw the how for loops works, okay. So there are other loops, or you also know that there are other loops, while loop, okay, do while loop. But I have shown you for loop because most of the times in doing things you will use for loop, and at the end of the day, all the loops are same. Okay? Whether you want to use that logic for the for loop or the while loop, they work same. Okay? But the for loop I have told you because you are actually going to use for loop a lot while developing things. Okay? uh, other than the while or the do while. Then we uh, then we learn switch, we create a function. Okay, today we have done the functions. Now the numbers method. So as you know कि भाई there are some like methods na in your C++ Java, like a power function, ठीक है, or like a min max function कि भाई you do something min and then you pass their two variables and it will show you the what is the minimum value, ठीक है, min max function, right? As similar in the similar ways we have function, like we have methods in the JavaScript. So what are some methods that can be used on number, on this number particular data type, okay? So we are going to see all those methods, okay? Methods are very very important. Just listen this, because right now you are understanding numbers, like what methods we can use on numbers, okay? What methods we can use on strings, what methods we can use on arrays and array, okay? These are very very important. Why? Because when you will actually write in a code now, you will use a lot of these types of method that we are going to actually see. Plus I will tell you later this, but the very very important questions that can come from this particular numbers. Okay, so here we will start our numbers methods. Okay, so what it says, create a number. Okay, let me first create a number. Let num is equal to 10. Okay, the first method is to convert this number to a string. How we are going to do that? Num dot to string. So let me write console.log number dot to string. So let me see what is the output here. Okay. Now you can see by 10 is coming, but let me store this to a particular variable so that I can show you the type of that particular uh, new number. Okay. Let me console log type of new number. Okay. Now what you can see here, it comes the string, because this particular number, it wasn't number, like it was a number. Then we did some toString method that actually convert that number to a string, and now this is a string. Okay. First method is this, to convert the numbers to a string. Math that floor and math dot seal. What they actually do there. Okay. So let me write something. Okay, this is the thing. Now if I write console.log math.floor number, so what it will do, it will round that particular value, as simple as that. Okay, so what value it will say, it will whether it will say 10 or whether it will give us 11. Let's see, it gave us 10, because floor means कि भाई whatever the below value, like we can go, ठीक है, so it gives us 10. But if we want 11, so we will going to use this particular seal function, ठीक है. So like if I do this and if I write seal, so it will now going to give me 11. So as you can see 11, ठीक है, 11 is coming. Okay, as simple as that. What is the another method is to fixed. ठीक है, very very important method, very like I use this a lot of time while working. ठीक है, because while developing things na, you will use a lot of numbers while developing things. ठीक है, so you will use this very very like very many a times. ठीक है, so this is a number r. ठीक है, what to fix do is, let me show console.log number dot to fixed, and now it will give. Now here we will define the till what value we want a particular number to show. Like if I write here 1, so what it will give me one particular number after this dot. Okay, after this dot. So if I console.log, what it will say 10.2, it did not show me the whole number. Okay, if I write here 2, so now it will save, it will give me what is 10.21. So this is how we can actually fix that number. Okay, so till where I want to show. What if I write here 0? Let's see what happens if I write here 0. Now you can see 10 is coming. Okay, this is how things happening. So how you, where you are going to use this, you are going to use very very many times. Imagine if there is a like a um, if there is a user like input some like user has like we create IDs, right? We create IDs for the user for the payment of that particular user, or so many things. So we actually what we do is like in the real world what actually do is we always see the particular starting three numbers or the end three numbers. So we are going to use that particular to fix method to show that particular number. Okay, this is the one I am telling you what I did, okay, in my like while building that particular website. Okay, there are so many methods, so many like helpful things we can do this from using this particular to fix method. Okay, as simple as that. Math.random will give us a random value. So, like if I do console.log, as simple as that, the name suggests itself only what that particular thing do. Math.random. Okay. So it gave me a random number. Okay, where you are going to use this particular method dot random function, uh, while creating OTPs or while creating a particular random ID for that particular user whomsoever has booked the particular thing, or many a times you will use a random function so that we can uniquely identify. It is not like na ki bhai every time the method dot random will return a any same value. Not happening lot of time. Okay, so how we can like do that, let me show what is the output. Okay, so now, okay, I have not like the add condition, but this is a good question. Let me ask you that question. Let me write this question, but a good very question on whatever things we have learned till now. Create a OTP that contains create a function. Okay, create a function that returned an OTP number. Every time you run that function, it should return unique value. ठीक है? Okay, let me will you try to solve this now, or let me add this to assignments, because this is a very good question. Or if you want, I can solve this right now. What concepts we have learned till now, it uses all. We have learned function, how to create function, so you will write function. Okay, then we learn how to, then we have to first create a random number, so we have also learned that. Okay, and then we have to return the particular four values of that random function only. So how we are going to use it, we have also learned that particular thing. So will you do that now, or should we move ahead? Assignment, okay. क्यों भाई अभी नहीं करना क्या? ठीक है, ओके, ठीक है, आई विल ऐड दिस असाइनमेंट, बट अ वेरी गुड क्वेश्चन. ठीक है, व्हाट अबाउट दिव्यांशी? असाइनमेंट, ओके ओके, ठीक है, नो प्रॉब्लम, आई विल ऐड दिस टू अ फंक्शन. ठीक है, आई विल ऐड दिस पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन टू असाइनमेंट. ठीक है, लेट्स मूव फॉरवर्ड. ठीक है, वी हैव लर्न अंडरस्टूड ऑल दिस मेथड्स, राइट? You have to use all these methods to solve this particular question. ठीक है, let's move ahead. Now the strings we are going to talk about, these are the methods that we are use on the numbers. Now we have to use this particular thing. Now all these methods are for strings, so we are going to write for it for strings. Let me comment it out. Okay, and let me write here strings method. ठीक है, let me create a string. ठीक है, let me add str, let me add something javascript. ठीक है, what is the first method? Dot length, simple as that. It, like in its name you can see कि भाई what it is returning. So how we can do that? Str dot length, it will return as the length of this particular thing. Okay, so 10, it will return as the 10. So like you calculate it, the this particular string will have 10 characters. Okay, what is the second? At 0, if we want the particular character from that particular string, so all we all know कि भाई strings work as an array method. ठीक है, like we can like iterate it as an array only. ठीक है, so how we can do that? If we want to uh, if we want to if we want a particular character, so like if I want index of, sorry, at, we are going to use that at. Okay, at, let me write 1. So let me show what it will give. It will give me a because 0 and 1, a is at 1. Let me write 1 2 3 4 5 5. Let me write 5. No, okay, 0 1 2 3 4 4. So it gave me s. Can you tell me, I want second last, I want second last. Can you tell me what can I do? If I want certain, okay, sorry, I don't want second last. I want last character. This particular T. Can you tell me what can I do? Answer me. This is an interesting question. Let me see, ki bhai, how much coding you have done. This is a very minus one. Let's see. I don't know if minus one will work or not, but let me see. JS. Oh, minus one worked. Right. Very good, very good. Okay. Like, how did you find this minus one? It worked. Okay. What else we can do? What else we can do? We can do, right. We can write 9. Okay. This will work. As simple as that. What else we can do? Are we know ki how to calculate the length of this particular thing. So what we can do is str.length and minus one. Okay. As simple as that. This is how we used to take the last element in an array or in a, like in an array, right? Ki we used to calculate the size of that particular array and then we do length minus one. Okay. 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 ठीक है. Second method is two uppercase or two lowercase. Okay. This is also very simple. Console.log str dot to uppercase. ठीक है, JavaScript. And remember, whenever we are using this like these braces, ठीक है, this means this is a function. Here length is not a function. ठीक है, length is not a function. What if I would do add this particular parenthesis to this particular word? Will it work? No, it did not work. It will say कि भाई length is not a function. ठीक है. So whenever you are adding this particular parenthesis, which means it is a function that will do something. ठीक है, as simple as that. So two uppercase will do this, and if we write something same, the two lowercase will lowercase the uh, particular word. ठीक है, as simple as that. um, Index of is the another method. If we write the index of, and now here we have to, okay, let me add JavaScript is the is is my fave lang. ठीक है. Now here, if I want कि भाई if I want the index of particular word, not a character, I am saying here, I am saying the particular index of a word. So what it will give me? It will give me 11. Why is that? Till 10, here is this, and 1 is the space. Now this particular I is starting at the 11, so it gave me 11. So now here, like through this index of, you can actually find the index of that particular word. Okay, as simple as that. If I write math my, if I write fab, so what it will do? It will give me 17 of that particular thing. Okay. Any doubts? Okay. Dot includes, again simple. कि भाई let me console str dot includes is ठीक है. True, yes, it includes is. ठीक है. Do it include the false? So this particular function returns the value in a boolean, ठीक है, whether true or false, ठीक है. So like if there is a question ki bhai, there is a line, and now here in that particular line you have to find whether that particular word is there or not, so you will write that includes, as simple as that. If that particular includes return true, you can show the output ki bhai the word is present or not, ठीक है, as simple as that. Slice, very important method. Slide, trim, split, many of times you are going to use this particular thing, ठीक है. Now when we want to create a substring from that a particular string, so we are going to use the slice method. How we are going to use that slice method? Let str2, ठीक है, and we are going to write slice dot slice, ठीक है. And now here just imagine this is a particular string, ठीक है. So here it will takes the two input. Like if I hover this, you can see the function came start string dot slide. It will take start and start. It will take a three parameters, start, end. Okay, it will take the two parameters, start, and, or like the third parameter is for something else. Okay, we will see that. But the main function is that when we want to create a substring from a particular string, we use this slice method, okay. So here we will define this starting of the particular string we want. So I want Java from the JavaScript, so I want this particular Java from the JavaScript. So what I will do, I will write 0 here, because I will start the string from the from the zeroth index, okay. Now till where I want till the a, like the Java to return, okay. So now in the second the second parameter, I will have to write that thing 0 1 2 3. So I will write 4, okay. And let's see whether what console is coming, and I will then explain you. Okay, Java is coming, okay. Now I want to first parameter defines ki bhai till from where do you want to start, you from where do you want your subscript to be substring to be start, okay. So I want Java. Now this particular 0 is included, okay, but this particular 4 is not included. So you have to write that particular index till where you want your substring to be. So I want it till index 3, but I write it 4 because the second parameter that slides takes is the excluded, like it's not the included, okay. That's why we wrote 4 here. Why 4 is not included, so it will trim this, or it will split, it will takes a substring from this particular string till this third index. So 0 1 2 3. If you want a formula, like we how we define the formula na, ki when we if we want a formula something like this, ki bhai and and index minus starting index plus 1. Like if you do this, it will give you this particular Java output. What I am saying is, by ki till where do you want this particular thing to be? To the till the third index. So 3 minus 1 minus like the zeroth index plus 1. So it will give you Java. Okay? This is the formula to, like, so that you can just think of this. Okay? Now tell me, if I want a script from this JavaScript, tell me the what should I write in these particular two things. Remember, this is the starting from till what index we have to start, and the end point. So I want a script. I want the script from this particular substring. So tell me what I have to write in this particular slice method. What indexes I have to write? st.slides 410. Let's try this. Okay, 4, ठीक है, 0 1 2 3, and let's add 10. Okay, it worked, right? Correct. Why? 0 1 2 3 4. It start. We want it from 4, but 5 6 7 8 9, but 10, like we know na ki 10 is not included, okay? So like it gave me till me ninth. like let's add something else. Let's add 12. Let me see ki what it will give right now. So as you can see, it give script only. Why? Because bhai, we don't have indexes after after 10 na, like after 9 na. So whatever index you will write here, if I write a very big number here, so it will give me uh, script only. See? So you can write here any number. What if I want? What if I will write a single number here? Let's see. Again, it gave me script. So now you understood when the string is ending, or when you want something from the last, like a last, like a from the last, then you will have to give the particular starting number. Okay, as simple as that. I hope you got this point. Okay, okay. Let's move to the second thing. Trim. Okay, the dot slice method, and there is something known as the substring. Substring. So this works all the same. Okay, this works also the same. So slice and the substring are the same. What is the trim method? So again, okay, imagine this particular Java has, okay, let me not alter this. Let me create a new string here. str3 hello. Okay, and now I have added spaces in the starting and in the end. How many indexes do that particular thing have? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 indexes it have right now. Okay, now if I do console.log str3 trim, what it will give me? It will give me hello. But now what trim do is, it will just remove your all the spaces from the beginning and from the ending. Now why trim is important? Because every time, like not every time, many of the times when the, like while creating forms, and when we have to send the data to the backend, so we should use trim method. Why? Because we have to remove the spaces from the starting and the ending, because the user is very if I show you, like what I can do is I can just write space from here. Okay, and I will add, like I can send this particular thing to the backend. What it will give, that it will give this particular string starting from this particular blank space also. So now I do not want to store my this particular string with a blank space ahead in my database. That is why we should always do trim method. Okay, we should always do trim method, so that it will remove these spaces from the starting and the ending. Okay, as simple as that. Okay, split method, again very good method that we will use a lot of times. Hello this hello world. Okay, let me show str3 split. What it will do? Okay, split methods returns a array of strings, array of characters, like array of anything. Okay, but it returns the array. How it will return an array? We have passed this particular string, and now we want this particular string to be broken with the with some spaces. Okay, like with, let me show you the console, and then you will understand what I'm trying to say. Now in the output, what here you can see is we have hello, and like this is the array, and we have hello and the world. Okay, so here there are two elements in this particular array. Why we have done that? By, like how did we do that? We have done that with the using helping of the split method. And how it created hello as an element and the word as an element, with the help of, we have given something here, a separator known as the separator, as you can see here, separator. So this particular space is the separator. It will find कि भाई this particular space is a separator here. Yes, there is a space in these, between these two words. So what I will do, I will create the array using this particular space as a separator. Understood what I'm trying to say? Imagine if there is a comma in between. So what I will do, I will add a comma. ठीक है, I will add a comma कि भाई I want this particular comma to work as a separator in this particular string. So return me an array that contains words with the help of this comma to be as an work as a separator. So if I do again, so now you can see it converted in the two words. ठीक है, as simple as that. ठीक है. What if there is no separator? Now I have, in this particular thing, I have blanked it empty. Let me ask you what this particular thing will now return. Any guesses? Let me show you again. I have not given any separator here now. What this particular thing will give me right now? Will it give me error, or will it give me an array that will contain the, like, what it will do? What it will give me? Any guesses? Just take a guess, or like you can, array containing hello, like the like hello, how, like hello hello hello, like this. Okay. ठीक है, let's see what it will do. ठीक है. Now it broke that word into single characters. ठीक है, single characters, because we are not using any separator here. So what he will think na, कि he will think कि भैया, now every particular character I will use as a separator here. Every particular character I will use as a separator here. Now what if I will if I give a particular unique character? Let me, okay, now you see, if I gave E, now it broke the array in the H and plus LLO. ठीक है, understood this concept? Like if we do not give any separator, it will break that character, it will break into, ठीक है, as simple as that. So this is how we will uh, like use this thing to create an array. ठीक है, we are done. ठीक है. uh, Strings method we have done. All these are the string methods we have done, and these are the some very important string method that you will actually use. So like you will get the question something like कि भाई there is a string. Okay, question time. I will like add this question in the assignment. Create a function that takes a string welcome to my home, and then what, return, not return, convert this in array, and return the last word of this particular string. That is the, like the your output should say welcome to my home. So like home is should be the answer. Can you do that? Can you do this later? Very simple question. Understood the question? Okay, Divyanshi? Yeah. Okay. ठीक है. Okay, we have, I think the time is up. 6:58. So we have learned about functions, numbers method, all the string methods, number methods, and the, yeah, we have done these things. Tomorrow, what we are going to do is we are going to do that. We are going to do arrays. Yeah, today I left one thing. ठीक है. Objects we have done, methods we have done, functions we have done. Let me some teach you like within 5 minutes what are Chrome Dev Tools. Okay, okay. Chrome Dev Tools. Every browser has some, like every browser has the Chrome Dev Tools. What are these Chrome Dev Tools? If you right click on this and if you go in inspect, so it will open you a screen like this. Okay, it will show you something like console, element, sources, network, performance, and many other things. Okay, so what are these? These are, this particular window is known as the, is known as what, like this particular window has, like you can say in lame terms, this particular window is a browser window. Okay, and here what you are here, there are Chrome Dev Tools. So console, element, sources, elements, so network, performance, these are the Chrome Dev Tools. Okay, they work, they help us to, they help us to work in a like these all have a unique functionality that will help us to create some website, inspect any website, or debug any website. Okay, so all these particular tabs are known as the Chrome Dev Tool. For example, I told you कि भाई browser only understands JavaScript, nothing like no other language than JavaScript. This console dev tool here is a live JavaScript code editor. ठीक है, is the live, whatever the things we are doing here, ठीक है, we can do all those things in this particular code terminal. This is like a code terminal. ठीक है, so if I write console dot log hello world. ठीक है, if I press enter, it will say hello world. So now you understood why we uh, what is this thing, because browser understands JavaScript here only. We can write whole JavaScript in this particular code, in this particular terminal, and we can manipulate our website. So we will look how we are actually going to do that. We are actually going to manipulate our websites. Manipulate means ki by how we are going to actually uh, how we are actually going to manipulate some our tags. Okay, what tags we will create in our HTML. Okay, but as you can see, like I wrote console and it gave me hello world. So prompt, okay, enter the name, prompt, sorry, prompt name, prompt Akshat. Now Divyanshi, you got it? Like what you asked in your previous slide, ki prompt, कि भैया कि how to take input from a terminal. We don't have anything in our for to take input from the terminal. But I told you na कि that particular prompt function is in the like the JS engines, is for the browsers. So this is what I am, this is what I was telling you. कि भाई prompt, there is this function prompt we can run in our in our browsers, and this particular browser can accept. So as soon as I press enter, what it gave me? It gave me an alert. कि भाई now here you can write your name, and as soon as I write my name here, it gave me name in the output. So this particular code is functionality that only browsers provide, that is not present in our Node.js. Understood that? जो मैंने बताया था, कल बताया था ना, डाउट था तुम्हारा. ठीक है, yes, okay. So this is like this is working as a code editor, just like we are running here. Okay, but we cannot run all those things on our here. Okay, because this particular thing is to manipulate our things. This particular thing is to console.log ki bhai whether our website is working not correct or not. Okay, so that is why Node came. That is why Node says, so that we can run all these commands in our terminal only, so that we can learn all those things, we can show all these output in this particular terminal only. Okay, as simple as this. So console is for that thing only. Okay, console.log means we are outputting, showing something. Elements is thing कि भाई whatever the code you will write, it will show that particular code in HTML CSS. So now here you can see the particular code. Sources is let's forget sources. We will learn that. But here, like, it will show you all the files that this particular website will contain, like in transferring the files to the backend or front end. Network. What is network? If I refresh this, so you will see something here happening. Okay, what is happening here? Okay, as soon as I fresh this particular page had made some request to the backend, and that backend gave me these particular four things. Okay, so network will show me all those things, all those responses that backend gave me, right? So as I refresh this page, the backend gave me a png file. Okay, the backend gave me a logo file, that is what I'm showing here. What the backend gave me? Backend gave me this particular route also. Okay, now if I enter something, let me add. Okay, if I do sign in, what you can see here, there is a request that is gone from the front end, known as the sign in, and it is in pending state. Why? Because this particular request that is gone from the front end, abhi backend is that, like, this request is not reached the backend, because I told you about the, like, backend takes some time to give response. So as soon as it will give response, it will show here completed, or it will show something like 200 here. 200 means, I will tell you what are the status code. Okay, see now. I typed the wrong password. So what it gave me? Ki bhaiya, this request you have made, it gave a 403. 403 means something wrong has happened. Okay? If I click on this particular request, it gave me a message from the backend. Wrong password. Now what is this in particular? This is an object that we studied today. Ki bhai, this particular object has some key and the value. That is why I was telling you ki bhai, we are going to talk to our backend or to our front end in the object method only. So this particular gave me a response. Let me show you payload. Payload. Fuck. Okay, I don't have to show you payload. Sorry. Payload will contain what that particular thing will, like, what is my username. Okay, what is the your username and the password. So like payload. If I show you my payload, okay, let me show you my payload. So because I will change the password, don't worry. So as you can see here, as soon as I will sign in, a request came to the backend. Payload means कि भैया whatever the data you are transferring, that particular data to the backend. So here the two things are going from the front end. First is the email, and second is the password that is going to the backend. This is not my password because it gave me wrong password, but I will change this also. Okay. So, and in response, what I am getting from this backend, wrong password, कि भाई your password is wrong. So ठीक है, this is what we done. ठीक है, you can see here कि भाई how much time it take me 30 seconds to fulfill that particular request. This is very interesting. We are going to do that, learn all those things. ठीक है. So yeah, this is one thing. Network will contain all your requests and responses. Performance memory is something we will learn. Don't worry. Application lighthouse. Just don't worry. Okay? These are the Chrome dev tools that will help us to analyze our particular website. Okay? Understood? Just give me yes, and then we can leave. Okay? This was some This was thing. Okay. So now you can leave. Yeah. Oh yeah, you can leave. Let me change my password also. Okay? So like how you can change your password? Just wait a second. Just go on forgot password, and here you can write your email. Like in future, if you have forgotten your password, okay, reset password, okay, then it will show you a mail. And here, like from here, you can reset your password. Okay, so this will